Talented sisters Hannah Burkshardmeyer and Maddie Wingeren from Fergus Falls bring fashion from the past back to life with their popular online company, Maddie's Millinery.
My grandmother gave us sewing lessons to teach us how to sew, and I was probably like 7 or 8, and I was kind of the child that couldn't sit still. I was the one that had to, be up and doing and having fun.
So yeah, I totally enjoyed it, but we both did it at the same time and learned to sew under protest and under a lot of enjoyment.
We have a younger sister who's significantly younger than we are, and she loved playing dress up, and I would always dress her up, and we'd do photo shoots and all this kind of stuff. And one day I realized that she didn't have any hats to go with her costumes or her dress up outfits, and I never had any hats to go with my dress up outfits, and I decided that my sister wasn't going to grow up with this same outrageous problem, so I made her a hat, which I actually have here. So this was the first hat I ever made. Underneath it is a Stratego box. And I used this old velvet shirt I got at a garage sale, and there's my Robbing the Feather Duster. And if you can see the back side, you can see how it's 15-year-old stitching. But Gabby loved it, and it matched one of her dresses, and it goes on sort of like that. So. And then all of her little friends started coming over and seeing all the hats I was making for Gabby, and then they'd go home and tell their parents, Gabby has hats for her dress-up dresses, and we want them too. And so then their parents started saying, well, we'll pay you, Maddie, if you make our daughter's hats, and that's where it started. So March of 2006, a friend of ours came over and taught us like 2 hours how to do eBay, and that's where I came in because I've always been the more I liked computers more than Maddie did. And we listed a few hats, and it took a good month, I think, before we had a sale. So when we had that first sale, it was like the best feeling in the world. We were like, so exciting. I think our first hat we sold for like $25, and we were just like, yes,
this is it. After 6 months, we probably made about $250 worth of, gross sales. And we just realized that wasn't quite enough for 2 girls spending the amount of time that we were doing, even though to us it was a lot of money. So in August of 2006, Maddie looked at this pattern that we've had for a while with about 17 yards of fabric we found really cheap. She's like, today I'm going to make that Civil War dress we've been dreaming of creating. So she made the entire dress, she made a cape to go with it, and the hat to go with it too, all matching on the same fabric. Took pictures, listed online. 2 people wanted the same exact outfit, and that's where it hit us. Oh, Brainwave.
So we should do all outfits.
Exactly. So that was where it came from then, and now we're well over 1,000 outfits sold into 17 different countries worldwide. So
Maddie's Millinery and Costumes is the name of our business, and Maddie is my name. I'm named after my great-grandmother, and she always wanted to be a millineress, which is the art of old-fashioned hat making, or art of hat making, basically. I mean, they used to have millinery shops in little villages all the time, and you'd go there and you'd not only buy your hats, but you buy your accessories for your hats and things like that. And my grandmother always wanted to own one of these shops, but she never was able to. And so then when we were looking at a name and deciding we were going to sell hats, we thought, well, millinery would be perfect. And basically, Maddie's Millinery sounds better than Hannah's Haberdashery.
Yeah, because we kept getting people asking all the time, Hannah, why isn't your name in the business? You do just as much as Maddie does. I'm like, well, Maddie sounded better with millinery.
And nobody knows what haberdashery means.
Exactly. We do everything from the Dark Ages, so like the 1100s. I mean, we've done even before that into the Grecian times, Roman times, all the way into 1950s, 1960s even. So it's a wide range of time span.
We recently had some of our work displayed at the Cadets Gallery, and we had a little opening gala event. It was very, very nice, very pleasant. People in Fergus are really friendly, so it was just nice to be able to share with our community more of what we do, and it's fun watching little kids walk by the windows pointing, going, look at that, it's a dress the size of 3 people.
tonight at the Center for the Arts, we'll be doing a Downton Abbey premiere. We'll be helping in the beginning portion of it, doing a little bit of a fashion show, fashion talk about some of the eras that are spanned throughout the 4 seasons of the show. We'll also be fully dressed. I'll be wearing a actual 1920s vintage gown. So it's almost 100 years old. And then Maddie will be wearing actually a recreation from the show, season 1 or 2.
Season 1.
Yep. Season 1.
I'll be wearing Lady Sybil's pantaloon outfit that I recreated because I just thought it was fun.
Yeah. And the really nice thing is a lot of times our costumes go out all over the world where very little actually happens here in our own hometown. So it's nice that there's getting a little bit more activities that one can dress up for, or one can actually enjoy and appreciate what historical costuming does, because it really is just a gorgeous insight into history itself and like what people actually lived like. It's amazing how much can be seen by just looking and examining what they wear. So it's really fun to have something in our backyard like this just happening here. I think there was a time in our life where I think we were about 12, 13. There's 18 months apart between us, so we've always pretty much been best buds all throughout, playing outside, and Maddie was always the princess, and you know, whatever.
I always dressed up.
We played. But then I think we're about that pre-teenage age where we were really just getting into a lot of bickering and fights, and Mom just sat us down one time and was like, girls, you guys need to be like, you could be your best friends if you would take the time and effort to just grow your relationship. And from that point on, I mean, it was like we really did become best friends after that, even more so than we ever had before. And
Yep.
we love working together.
Yeah, we really do.